an important part of working out.
Let's check in with Mary now. And Mary, you've got a guest to show us how to do stretches the right way.
Yeah, we have Susan Gates here from TOSH, and she works in spine therapy. So a lot of us, we don't get up and move around a lot during the day. So you have some stretches that will kind of help loosen things up.
Exactly. You know, what I find is with a lot of our people that we come in and talk to, we are in sedentary lifestyles anymore. We are
Sitting
at
at a
desk jobs, and we tend to kind of get hunched over our computers, and we go home and we do stuff on the computer, or we sit at the couch and watch TV, and we're not really stretching out the muscles that we need to be using to stay flexible and loose and just have the healthiest bodies that we can have.
Gets the blood flowing.
Exactly.
Okay, what do you do?
So there's a couple different things that you can do. One of the ones that I like to talk about is for the muscles in the hips. A lot of times when you're sitting, whether you're at a desk job, if you're a truck driver, things that you're going to be sitting a long period of time for, people have problems with their hips. So one of the easiest ways of stretching that is simply crossing your leg, pulling your knee up towards your chest.
That really stretches back.
You're really going to
back.
feel it. It stretches your piriformis muscle, and a lot of people have trouble with that. It runs from your tailbone out to your hip. And if you do that, it's going to help relieve some of those pressures.
Okay, and that you'll probably even feel up into your back.
Exactly, yeah. And when you do a stretch, you really want to hold it for about a count of 30 seconds. They've done a lot of studies that show that about a 30-second hold is the most beneficial amount of time to hold a stretch
I think some
for.
people hold it about 10 and think, okay, it's feeling better, I can stop.
Right.
But it's best.
And 30 seconds is a lot longer than you think it is when you're sitting there holding a stretch. So you might want to watch your watch or something like that. The other thing that people do is they try to bounce when they're doing a stretch, and that's kind of old school. We don't really do that anymore. A slow, steady hold on a stretch is going to be much more beneficial than trying to bounce. And a lot of people, too, think no pain, no gain, and so they really try to stretch to the point of pain. And when you do that, that muscle doesn't like to feel pain, and so it's going to try to contract back against you, and you're really fighting a losing battle. So you want it to be a nice, steady stretch. Another group of muscles that get really tight are the muscles on the front of your hips. So one way to try to do that would be to take your chair and just do a lean forward.
That one.
Yes.
Okay.
But when you do it, you want to tighten up your stomach muscles and kind of tilt your pelvis back a little bit so it locks your pelvis in. When you lean forward then, you feel a much better stretch on the front of your hip.
All right.
Okay. Another one is for the shoulders, because with the shoulders they get really tight. So if you can find a doorway or a corner, put one hand on either side and lean forward. That's going to be getting this area for you.
Okay, and real quick, you have 1/4 one.
Yes, and for the neck, you can just do a side tilt where you're tilting your head to the side. Just make sure you're not leaning your whole body while you're doing it.
Keep straight.
That's right.
Just do the head, but for 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
All right, thanks so much.
My pleasure.
Susan,
Thanks for having me.
TOSH, and I know, doesn't it? They're both doing it.
Oh, that feels
perfect.
good.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Thanks you guys so much.
We
now
really
we know how
need
to stretch.
incorporate stretching into our lives.
I know, really. Just sitting at the desk or between breaks. Do this.
Well, Casey